which is super impressive. It has a population of 15,000 people, and it has a traffic flow of 94%.
So typical.
Yeah.
Why typical? Explain.
I have judged this guy's cities multiple times. He's a good friend and he participates a lot in Cities in a Snap. And he always goes for, like, traffic can be the last thing on the rubric that week, and he's like, by the way, I've got like 96% traffic flow too. And it's like, but you also built a really cool thing over there somehow in this time. But no, it's just so typical. Like, he always does this amazing stuff, and he's building in a map that I know he's familiar with. And another thing that I really adore about this particular build is the fact that it was done again as an actual progression build, and it's in one of the newer maps. It's a map that I have some pretty fond memories of. That was my first Sunset Harbor map, and a lot of really good things happening in the city, such as, the road layout looks great. There's pretty good transportation as well. And one other thing that is really great here, actually good placement of bridges. That's like a weird thing to compliment, but the fact that's not just like, okay, we're gonna take bridges and put them every other block, and the fact that's also not just, okay, we're only gonna have like a bridge that leads away from the main area, because it's really tempting to go either way, but there's actually a nice balance. It doesn't feel overwhelming, and at the same time, he's got a good use of the waterfronts too. That's something that you don't see all the time, because too often we're just like, okay, slap down a port and we're back in the main city. But he actually utilizes full swaths of the waterfront, and I think that's absolutely great.
And so far, the only issues that we are having is this area where our commercial is not getting enough customers, which is what I anticipated from the beginning. But in any case, the issue isn't as terrible. Over time, it should resolve as we continue to add more residential. I also missed to upgrade some of the roads, so I went ahead and did that offline. Right now, our main focus will have to be industry, and let's fix a few things. I will delete this and this. I think one slaughterhouse might be more than enough. I mean, our income is pretty good, and again, we are not thinking of an entire city, just this I guess this little town that we're building for the competition will be more than enough money for us to move forward and complete what we need to do. Anyhow, let us add in, I am going to extend our forestry area to this. Again, I am not the best when it comes to painting. There we are. And all we need is to just continue adding buildings. I will go ahead and go to ×3 speed because I am eager to get that level 5 forestry so that I could unlock these buildings. These buildings is going to be quite useful with the plans that I have. Let me think now. I will just place this here. Right now, it doesn't matter where we place the buildings because again, what we just want is to have more upgrades. This is empty, and as you can see, it is a slope. So I will place in crop fields, and the crop fields will conform to slopes compared to having other ploppable buildings, and they will produce cracks on the edges. For example, that's a tiny crack, but on this case we are going to put down this and that, and you'll notice that there are no cracks. It will just follow the slope, every type of, and we are now level 3. That was really quick. And what did it provide? It gave us medium. Oh, there it is. This is exactly what I was looking for, and there's also a larger version. Okay, that's perfect. let's go ahead and delete this. And what I want is, I want it to be straight. So I am gonna redo this entire area. But before I do that, because I want it to be perfectly flush against each other, so I will delete this. And I want this perfect straight line around there. And we're gonna go ahead and continue planting the trees, because you need trees for this to function. So forestry is the only type of industry where you can create your own resource. And that should be more than enough. And what am I looking for? Oh, it's not available. Where is it? It's not here. It's only this one. So this is available later. Okay, that's fine. I guess we will have to use this for the meantime. Let's do this there just to make it straight. But I will replace this with the sapling type, the small tree sapling field. The reason why I want to use that is because of the pollution on this side. So the pollution seeps there, or that, or because we had the other building. So we will have to see if the pollution still persists. And then after we replace, we will make this curve once again, and it will still be considered as connected. So we are level 3. What do we need in order to level up? We need, yeah, just more workers. We have more than enough produced resources, so we just need to plop down more buildings, more and more buildings. Right now I am not using any warehouses or their own built-in storages. It is not necessary at this time, so we don't have to build them. This, before you put it down, always check the terrain. So I will check what it is. So this area here is flat, and this is more curved. Therefore, we could place a building here, such as this guy. And yeah, this is already reserved for that. And here will most likely be crop fields. So let's go ahead and modify the positioning of this. But we need to extend flat area a little more. Then we'll put up the road here. And again, I am following the road network so that it will look like it's one object. And here I will select this road. I'm not sure if I want it to curve, but let's see how it looks. Wait, this, yeah, I think it's fine. Or unless we take this one, which is much longer. Yeah, I think we'll take this and connect. There we are, and we can move him back. I'm aware that this is the flat area, and of course, see again, this is why I don't bother micromanaging my painting, because the area will always change and it just consumes time doing that. That's flat, absolutely perfect. And I could use this again, so that was the wrong positioning. Maybe I'll put it here for now, so the rocks will not matter. And connect there. This can go here or a little bit further in. Yes, no power, no problem. And now we can use the larger type, which is now available, but I want to be using these, the large tree plantation. What we have is the medium tree, and one here, one there. We'll keep this as conifer trees. Conifer trees is my favorite type of tree in Cities Skylines, but we will be utilizing the different colors just to make things a little more interesting. I could make this go straight. That curve. Yeah, this, no problem. I wonder if this will fit there. I think it will. Let's try. I will add this right here. Yep, she fits. Check that. Yeah, see, it's curving down ever so slightly. This looks like a wasted area. I probably should have made this into something else. In any case, let's add more. To cut that, it's a little too thick. And we need one more divider on this side just to separate the garbage facility. There, we have to be careful because we might be putting too much extractors, but it doesn't seem like we're not, because these guys are in dire need of more wood. So we'll just need to add a little more on this side. Right now it doesn't matter where we place them. I could also place down here, but we could also add in some residential. We could extend this just a little further. Let's see, ×3 speed. Let's add in more forestry workers barracks. That looks like a good, nope, it is not a good location. Well, maybe not then. Let's check out the terrain. Yep, it is definitely not gonna work there. I can add more of these guys. Okay, let's try those. I mean, it is begging for more. Let's replace these. Okay, so at least, yeah, see, it conforms with the slope. And up here is more flat area, so I guess this is where we will place this. There. Unfortunately, we have this dirt here. What can we do about that? What if we place the forestry right on top of it? Or actually, polluted buildings would make sense. All right, we will reserve that for buildings that produces pollution. For the meantime, we just want to continue plopping down more buildings. We need 500. Damn, that is a lot. Let me see, what else can we put? Okay, let's add more biomass pellets. We have no more space. I think I will put some here for the meantime. No, let me check. Yeah, we can just put the tiny ones here. Or let's see, what's the biggest? This one fits. Excellent. And then we'll put this small one here. Or, yep, here. Says he wants to fit there. Oh, there's pollution here. That I did not see. What else? On this side. And add more. Oh, actually, this can definitely work there. Yes, that is perfect. Let just one. One should work. And we have too much now. Okay, we need to make sure we are not overdoing the plantations. We need to add more processing buildings now. Okay, that makes sense. I will put this here. Actually, let's add 2. Okay, let's check how many more. Just one more building. Oops, we didn't need it after all. And there it is. Now it is available for us. And we also have this building, the furniture factory. We just needs paper and plain timber. And all she needs is a good location, like here. So this is the area with the pollution, as I mentioned. Let's move this away. Where can we place her? We'll put her there. It works. And this can be here. This we can delete. We'll delete this. Probably doing the wrong thing, but we are going to replace those buildings with the larger sapling tree field. There, okay. Now let's try to curve this. Hopefully it will work. Okay. Curve. There. There you go. And a little straight and curve ever so slightly. Ever so slightly. There you are. Now it looks a little more natural. We have some spaces here, which I am not exactly sure how I want to fill that in with. These are residential. We want to avoid that. This, we just need to terraform slightly. Oh, it's dipped down. Okay, that kind of makes sense. What do we do about this? Oh, I could lift it up, but small animal pasture. I think we can get rid of the small animal pasture. Yeah, just to encase our farming just in that area. Okay, we only got those two guys abandoning. We now have engineered wood plant. So this also has zero pollution. You have to take note of things that have no pollution and no pollution. So these things produces no pollution, while this and the other large building, the pulp mill, produces 30 ground pollution. Right, so this we can place. Let me see, that's a large pollution area. Why is that not connected? I guess here, yes. Actually, this is the perfect spot for it, right in front of that. Right in front of this, the flour mill. Okay, let's delete this and place this here instead. We can place one that, and I'll also put in this one. Wrong area type. So my goal is I'm trying to camouflage the pollution. Why is this not connected? That is totally connected. Why are you saying otherwise? Strange. Yes, so I'm trying to camouflage the pollution around it. I could actually place one right here, or probably on this side. I mean, I know that it is different types of buildings, but at top view, you will not notice that. They all look like one. I could probably make this into a sapling field. Should I? Then we'll have these large empty spaces though. What was I gonna build? Oh yes, the other building, which is the sawmill. I can place that here. Water. See, sometimes you'll never think you'll be going there, which is why over zoning your pipes is actually a good thing, so at least you don't have to bother with it again in the future. That's a lot of that. Yeah, we need more processing. They are crying for more processing buildings, which is exactly what we're going to provide. I think I'll just place it here. How many more do we need? Okay, we are about to level up. Just continue plopping down buildings. Okay, let's try to fill in this area. I'm gonna start decorating as well. So we're gonna try to use different colors. So for instance, first let's put down trees. We might actually have too many crop fields. And we will place down this. Okay, that I like. This will have to be something else. This is empty. And this, I'll have to put that other thing. I'm sorry, I'm mentally planning the area. You will see. It will make sense a little later. I'm actually gonna delete this because I know this is a flat area, and we are going to put the forestry maintenance building and the engineered plywood, and it's on a flat surface. Exactly what I was expecting. Alright, it dropped down a little because we demolished some buildings. And we have more than enough produced resource. I should just continue plotting down, and that'll be the end of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there we have it. Now we are level 5 and we can actually finalize our layout. So how do we do this? The pulp mill, I remember, generates 30 ground pollution. Yep, 30 ground pollution. Where can we put ground polluted areas? This might be ideal, and we'll be using these as a buffer. This will stay as is. Alright, let's start with that. We'll delete this. I will relocate you here for the meantime. So we are now going to finalize our layout. I don't mind the moving of buildings. Okay, so again, I mentioned that I wanted to camouflage the pollution. It would be ideal if they were completely flush against each other, wouldn't it? Let's try it. I can delete these. I will not be using these things. Maybe just one for variety. Let's delete these guys. We have an overabundance of sawmills, and also this. Right now we can afford doing that, even though we lost around 100 grand. Here, delete. Going straight. Going straight. Plop her down. Ooh, we should actually flatten this area while we can. Alright, that's more than enough. Go straight, ever so slightly. Bring these two in. 1, 2. Of course, it's not how we want it. It is going the wrong direction. Okay, so now this will work, and I just need a guide here. Is that more than enough? I think it's up to, wait, let's go a little further. I think it's 4 units if I remember correctly. So four empty spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that should fit where with the pulp mill. Damn, I play this game way too much. I remember the exact number of nodes for anything to fit in. Yeah, too much cities may not be healthy. Okay, we have that format. This will be more of that. Let's try it. This is large, yes, exactly. Or I could actually use this as well. That one on this side, hopefully. Please, no. There. Straight and curve. So that will separate the garbage. And let's do this. How can I? You don't need trees there. This, I want to turn this into beech. Nope, alder. Yes, alder trees, and delete all of this. So you have an idea on my on what I want it to look like. So what I'm going to do is, so notice that it is square. You could always adjust that by having a different shape of your block, and then just plant the trees accordingly, and it will create an illusion that it is a different shape. There you go, something like that. And then the next thing that we just want to do is just change how things would look. So for instance, this area, this has some residential in it, and I want to maintain that. But we can add in buildings like this. Place in the forestry barracks. And the noise, as you notice, the red circle is far away. I computed that when I first built this. And we have conifer trees here. So the noise isn't that large, and we can place in, oop, that's too big. This definitely will not fit. It almost fits. How about this side? I could make it fit. Let's put it here. Put one there. You may be concerned about, what about the truck traffic? So the truck traffic here is actually also controlled. We forgot to put trees. The truck traffic is controlled because the connecting point isn't on this road specifically. It's actually down here. Same goes with this. The connecting point is over there. If the connection was here, then we'll have truck traffic and may irritate our citizens. But in this case, we don't. And connect. Okay, there. And now all we need to do is do the same thing. We're going to plant some trees here, but we don't have to make it go all the way on top. And just cut it off anywhere. We could actually add in some sawmills. Let me see, do we have any spare sawmills? Okay, we have one here. Just, oh, there's noise pollution. So we have noise pollution, but we are planting trees. So if I push it down further here and then plant trees there, then the noise will be buffered. All right, so this area, we can fill that in with trees with rocks. So for instance, ooh, it's actually not enough space because we need a divider. Some buildings will be sacrificed. Well, it doesn't matter what direction we turn it. This house has to go there. And we'll just continue adding trees, but this time our tree planting will not be so uniform and it will start to break apart. Could scatter it a little bit. So Industries DLC is definitely one of my favorite DLCs of Cities Skylines because of the amazing things you can create. Each time I would try to make something different, and always it is something spectacular. Now we have this large area. We could break this down by connecting it there. At least we could see that there's a variation up here. Over here, we could actually mix things up. We could add in some of our farming buildings back here. Let me check how large is that. Ooh, is this farming? Yes, it is. The large animal pasture. Look how, yeah, it fits. It's just not in the right location. So we can manipulate this Okay, let's do so. So yeah, we're gonna be doing something a little different. See, again, this is why I don't micro our farming or our districts, because it will always change, at least for me. Add that there. Add a little pathway just to divide. Connect it there. Here we could actually add in this farm maintenance building. Look at that. Fits perfectly. You can add in farmers workers barracks. There you go. So now it blends in nicely. I did not compute the noise pollution. Noise pollution 25. So this is 50 in total. Let's see if they complain. But I doubt that they will. Okay, these guys. You're ruining my scene here. Alright, so this looks good. We have this empty spot here. What can we place? So we got dirt. We could add more of these sapling trees. Why not? Going back here. Our issue is the balance of buildings, because we may be putting too many extractor buildings. Let's see. Oh, where is that sapling? Here it is. Sapling tree. Put it there. Seems a little awkward. I think we should connect this instead. Now, what do we do with this area? I am not sure. What can we put in there? Right now, we're just gonna ignore it. I have... Oh, what is this? Forestry main building. That's too large. Where's the other one? Oh, it's here. Farm maintenance buildings there. What can fit here? Maybe nothing. Maybe we'll just plant trees and make it look like it's something. Yeah, we could do that. We could just make it look like this. It's not necessarily anything being extracted or processed. We're just creating an illusion. Okay, so this creates that buffer. And here we have a very, very large area, but I think I want to slice it down a little bit. So we have this colored one using the alder trees, and we want to extend that somewhere here if possible. So just to make it look more pretty. So for instance, the colors here change. Let's change that one just to make it look more appealing, apart from the pollution. Other than that, as you can see, since we're playing 100% vanilla, you can see that it's a little muted because of the clouds or the fog in the air, compared to my season 2 where it's completely clear because we got the hide it. Anyhow, yeah, sorry, that was my one mention of mod. Okay, so I want to extend this. How do we break this? Ah, there it is. Excellent. Here. Very, very harsh curve. Let me see how it looks. Now that does not look good. Okay. I cannot accept that. So this will most likely just go this way. Yeah, it's gonna be a very, very, very thin line. Hey, that actually would work. So we'll make this all the way there. Alder trees, and this we can continue building similar to that. So we're gonna make excellent use of these forestry buildings. I will put this right here just to turn it slightly. Put it there. This forestry main building, we'll put it on the other side. Well, it would actually depend on what we can fit here. So let me just place you down here for the meantime. You can be deleted, and let's actually use you for now. That is a large area. I think we definitely need to connect these guys together. Okay, let's do that, but not from here. Connect there. Okay, so that's independent. Put this here and let's try to place you again. Nope, no longer fits. That's fine. But you should be able to fit down here. Yes. Yes, you can. And the forestry, we'll put it up here. And everything here will be fake forestry extractor areas. And here we have an empty spot. Let's try to place in this building. Unfortunately, it does not fit. So I guess this will all be just forest. We'll put this on the other side instead. Yes, works. And this engineered plywood. Noise, yes. Always try to remember the noise. So even though it's near here, see how unhappy they are, but when we place in more trees, it will just nullify that effect. And what else? Okay, so since these do not produce any ground pollution, we can add in our water towers. So farming and forestry is like some of my favorite locations to blend in water towers so that I can delete all water pumps. I try to keep our water clear. Nothing sucking in water and no draining of water as well. Let's check our total water. That's more than enough. We could actually add more here if you wanted to. Or where else? Well, we'll find a place. Perhaps there. Okay, so yep, excuse me while I plant trees here. I'm not even sure where that goes, but I definitely like our format here. And you see how this is, when we zoom out, it starts to take form. We need to alternate colors now, so we'll keep this all conifer. We'll keep this conifer or building, and then this will be more of these type of trees. All right, let's check the balance of things. So we have 160 tons of raw forestry. We do not have enough paper. Paper is coming from, oh yeah, the pulp mill. We only have one. Where else? This is plain timber, and we also have this. But you know what? We are not gonna worry about the balance of things anymore. We have too much of this. We need more. We don't have any more fields, so this will have to stay as is unless I remove him. I could do that and add more of this, which should not be bad. Let's try that. It's not aligned. Yeah, unfortunately that had to happen. There, we have that tiny space filler. Here, more trees actually. Yeah, more trees here will definitely work around this color, this set of color. We could, if this was modded, I could create a style, like create a shape with the color of trees. But I mainly play vanilla because I wanted to showcase, of course, my entire channel is about being able to create a great looking city without mods. But you can see the many possibilities if you do play with mods, or if you combine that vanilla gameplay or the vanilla mechanics with modded. So you have other options, you get the Steam assets and such. Alright, let's plant trees. Okay, I think that should do. And here, same thing, but we're gonna be using these. Actually, let's redo this. So now we have space for rocks, because here we couldn't add in rocks. So these rocks are actually quite good, because you can these rocks come with trees, and they also happen to come with conifer trees, which is perfect. There you go, see? Conifer trees built in, and on the end, these are cliff rocks. And the cliff rocks, I tend to place it here. This area, however, we cannot totally finalize, simply because I don't know how many we will need. Let's see, I'll place one here. Actually, let's bring it a little closer. Go. The power should be connected, but we are not gonna go overboard with it. That looks decent enough, and we can go back here and place in that tree, medium tree plantation. Will this fit? The large tree plantation does fit. That is perfect. Oh, peculiar. I could do this. It's sad that I don't have a shape. I wonder if we can make a shape. It would be awesome if we could. I would like to have a building here. What can we put? I remember I zoned this. Yes, I did. I zoned it and I placed... No, there isn't any. Okay. So I'm gonna put in farming industry. There's the icon that appears. So now anything I zone in, regular zoning, will be farm buildings. So let's try that. I am gonna place just here. Maybe here, just to break that up. And I think that's it. I don't want to put too much. There and there, just to fill that in. Okay, build here, please. Shape, can we do a shape? It would be awesome if we could. Let me think. Let's zoom out. What do we see? I don't see anything. Yeah, I cannot imagine forming something. Oh, this is wrong. This is supposed to be conifer trees. Yes. Alright, so forget that shape idea. Conifer. Again, this is conifer because these are conifer trees. So putting them here will match with this overall area. I just noticed that there are broken branches here, which is perfect. So it looks like it was chopped down. So we're not gonna build all the way there, or we're not gonna plant trees all the way to the end. We're gonna keep that as a feature of this area. You know, it would be nice if I made it aligned, right? I'm being a little lazy here. Let me redo that. Actually, this entire thing was also lazy, but that's fine. Okay, that will do. All right, putting more trees here is a little redundant, so I need to kind of mix this up. We need to put in that another pulp mill. Yes, another pulp mill would be good because it is certainly imbalanced. So let's go ahead and proceed by placing a pulp mill. This is sloped. I'm pretty sure that is sloped. Let's check. Yeah, it is slightly sloped. So this cannot fit in there. But we'll try. Let's see what happens. Maybe the cracking will be too much. But we definitely do not want too much cracking. Actually, it's pretty decent. And maybe we don't necessarily need trees. So this will just be an open space. Let's bring you a little up. There you go. Yeah, just to break up all the tree patterns here. This will have to be trees, of course. And you can go, or let's relocate you. Give you a new home up here. Nope, cannot fit. Okay, then that means you have to go. And a pulp mill will be right down here. And we'll add a... maybe we'll add this as well, bio pellet mass, just to kind of mix things up a little bit. So there's going to be a lot of pollution here. We definitely anticipated that. Oh, and of course this. Okay, so since that is going to have a lot of pollution, I can place them all together. It would be ideal if you can put them together, but unfortunately that is not the case. I'll put you here. This can go here. I'm gonna leave that little space for a pathway. This can also, nope, cannot. I guess here then. Place it on this side. Add a little space. And up here will be another sawmill. There. This will be more trees, and this will be less trees. Because all the pollution here will cause everything to wither. Right, so I'm just gonna proceed and delete all the trees. And it will unfortunately seep all the way there and down here. So we're gonna remove everything. Let's continue adding rocks just to wrap this area. This has some conifer trees that we want to avoid, so let's go towards these types of rocks. There. And this side, something smaller, maybe just a single rock. Okay. These here will also work. Did you see that? There's some flooding that seeped through. There, seeping a little bit, so we need to increase the terrain just ever so slightly. Don't go in. There we are. Let's just decorate this with more pathing. We did not put any fencing yet, but we will, because there's a lot of things you can do. Okay, that could probably be better, but we're just gonna leave it as is. This guy is actually complaining of not enough? Really? Yeah, I guess we have too many processing buildings. I guess I could add one more. It seems like it would fit. But we are dangerously placing too much industry, because as you can see, we have a lot of residential demand. You should always follow the demands of the RCI. And again, we are avoiding placing any buildings here to have less trucks going through there. I could actually add a policy here so that no trucks will ever pass here, but instead take another route. So let's do that just to showcase the control that we could have. And this is going to be the first time I actually zone other than this. So let's see if it works. It's been a while since I did that. Alright, so far I'm just going to do this. So you notice trucks passing by. Let's add a policy. Look here, policies. Where is that truck? City planning, bridge, ban heavy trucks. Let's see what happens. Oops, this guy's complaining of noise. Not to worry, we will add in trees. Okay, I wonder how long it would take for that to work. If it doesn't work, well, then I probably misunderstood it. Oops, let's follow from there. Oh, he has no choice. Or, wait, I didn't extend it enough. Yeah, he is already within the area because it's coming out from here. So yeah, this one kind of changed direction. Anything that comes from here has no choice but to continue. Well, it is slightly reduced though. Just not as we expected. The only way is if I provide another path here. Let's try that. Okay, I want you guys to stop going here, please. Nope, they still misbehave. Alright, I'm gonna have to find out how that works, because I haven't used policies in a while. But in theory, it should not cross there. Or did I click on the wrong policy? I'm not sure. Anyhow, I like the progress of our city. It is doing well. I'm not sure of how it's gonna look in the end. I just have an idea, and we're just gonna roll with it. Alright, I'll just continue planting. Okay, I'm pretty happy with the outcome that we have here. Let's check. Let's zoom out. Yeah, that looks pretty decent. I probably should have made this into this color. Alright, I'll do that, but oh, and this. Or maybe this should have been a different color. Alright, I'm gonna do that offline. But overall, we have more than we need. Let's check. What we need now is residential. Let's check the noise pollution. So we have some noise here, but I think we can add another road here, which will go into that direction, and I can delete these. Let's check. 22 tons, 74. That's a lot, but it doesn't hurt to keep it. Yeah, it does not hurt. Let's check the noise pollution again. Yep, we can definitely build just more residential right here on the outskirts while adding trees on this side. And that is how we are going to wrap this area up. At least I am quite happy with what we have achieved. All right, let me complete that. Oh wait, first we need to check the terrain. So before you do anything again, you should always check the terrain. This is a little difficult. Because for one thing, I don't intend to put any ferries, and we don't necessarily need to make it go all the way to the bottom. But we need it to be zonable. Okay, we'll just slightly alter. ×3, just slightly. I hope it doesn't cause too much flooding. The water here is actually rather strong, so I'm guessing there's a lot of tuna. There's a lot of tuna fish here. Let's check. Nope, the tuna is over here. So this is salmon. So it needs to be both deep and a rushing rapid. So this is both deep and rather strong current. Wow, I don't think we can build there. I've lowered it down too much. We need to bring it back up. Where do we get soil now? Yeah, it's a little too low. And that's out of bounds. I guess we cannot build here anymore. That was a mistake. And this, wow, so instead of fires, we get flooding. That's gonna take a while to evaporate. Let's add in, where is that? No, it's here. Disaster building, and why can't I find you? Or is it in water? So I'm looking for that drainage. There it is. The pumping service. Where can I place? I think I'll just put it here. Long enough to just extract the water. Or maybe I could permanently leave it there. Anyhow, go. Is it extracting water? This is the one, right? There it is. Alright, so they're gonna do their job. Let's see. Residential. Yes, we need to figure out where to place our residential. Oh, that is sad. I really wanted to zone here, but apparently we can't. Yeah, we got a lot of residential demand and we don't know what to do with it. I think we can. We just need to increase the soil. Okay, let's increase. Yeah, so the water levels will always be different depending on the strength of the river. So sometimes it should be higher on some ends. And we have no more soil. Hey, we've exceeded 1 million tank. Okay. Got ample soil here. Actually, that was a mistake. I probably should have lowered some of these things. Yeah, I wasn't thinking. Hey, just a little higher, please. Stop flooding. Stop flooding. Should we keep that pumping service? I think we should, but he needs a better home. Yeah, I can get rid of this. I can keep that. This we'll leave as is. Let's see if I can relocate. Yeah, this one works. Okay, let's slow down time. Yeah, that works. That definitely works. It blends in. And we're at 24k weekly income with just more or less one tile. And we have ample space down here. All right, let's go ahead and increase our residential area. I'm going to be using this. And turn on snapping. So I'm gonna try to hug the coastline as much as possible because I'm aware of the noise pollution around it. How do I do this? Seems a little awkward doing this, but I think it'll have to do for now. So I figure out how. Then we will just merely connect them. Okay, I think that will work. Could make this a little less harsh, but we could also add there. Alright, let's go ahead and proceed by adding... Ooh, this should have been a slope. I wasn't looking at that. Okay, right click, left click, drag. Right click, left click, drag. Let's see, I think I can do this. Oops. There, yeah, that works. Just kind of need some dividers over here. Okay, I think that is more than enough. Yeah, let's start populating this side because they are screaming for wanting more homes to stay in. So let's not keep them waiting. So again, we are gonna avoid zoning on this side simply because we are aware that there's noise on that side. ×3 speed. Let's add a few commercial areas. Okay, just a few more dividers. That's probably more than enough. Oh, you know what? Actually, we could probably zone here. Let's check. Noise is good. Pollution, it's just up to there. So I guess commercial can go here and then residential on this side. Yeah, that should totally work. And again, there you go. See, even though you thought that pipes doesn't make sense to put pipes in water, and yet we are beyond it. So maybe in the future we'll do something else there again. Perhaps, we're not totally sure. And so this is starting to create cracks, but since we're not going to be building anything there, it will not be an issue. So I could just kind of smooth this out. Okay, that looks good. And just smooth this out. We could actually remove this just to make this a little more. Yeah, I really hate those things, so let's remove the top part, the top zoning. That was unwise of me. I was repeating the same task. Okay, there. Move the top. And place it here instead. Zone this. Okay, that should be more than enough. And here we could add a few more residential. Yeah, we will scatter this ever so slightly. Then we could pump this out. So I mentioned in my other series that you should not put any residential on coastlines, but again, this is just for the competition. We are not gonna grow the city any further or beyond 10k population. As you can see, we are still at 6k. These guys are living on the edge. Let's just add a little more soil. Okay, that should do. Wow, that is a lot of demands. That is a lot of demands for residential. Not sure if I should be happy or worried. This can be all residential. Wait, I'm not sure how large this is. Okay, it's not too much. That's good. So we can continue zoning here. And a little on the outside. Randomly. That is not too random. And the floods, they come. Fortunately, we have that service pump. Okay, so while that kind of settles down, let's continue planting trees. What kind of trees are we putting here? If we continue with conifer trees, it may not look so good. But it makes the most sense. So yeah, we're gonna stick to conifer trees here, but kind of do that random locating as long as it's filled in. Okay, I like that zoom out view. We have some empty spaces here. Again, all we need to do is just plant more trees there. But overall, it is looking great. And this isn't even the main feature of the city. This is just us building. So again, this is a green suburb challenge or competition. But even though it's just green suburb, you still need to have that economy and that appeal. So at least we have this, but we will mostly be featuring there and here. But at least we have a pretty decent looking city. Yeah, Yeah, that looks great. Let's add more trees here. I could put in pathways actually. I'm not sure if I want to, or we could just add in more buildings. I mean, it doesn't look half bad here, and the gaps are a little too wide. So yeah, let's just go ahead. Add in because I see a lot of demands. It's not dropping down. Too many people want to live here. Too many. We don't have enough homes. But we will do our best to accommodate everybody that wants to live. And I did not name this city. Okay, let's fix that right now. This is Crater Falls City. So Crater Falls is the name of the map, and that is always how I name my city, so that whenever anybody asks what map is that, I know immediately what it is. And I think this is where we'll close. We've done a decent amount of work